How do you smelt your items? Well, that's obvious. Throw down our furnace and chuck in our fuel. But is there a better way? In a house? Wait, this one's already been done. Whoa, wait, that's for later in the video. All jokes aside, if level 0 is just using a furnace on its own, what are the other levels? So I'm going to take you through a whole bunch of different levels of building up your own smelter. And I'll try and teach you along the way. And with that, what does your furnace setup look like? Level 1, simple double smelter. If this is your method of choice, you're likely to be a casual player and make your nerdy friends build redstone for you. This is the most basic furnace setup, and it's enough for most people from early to end game. And if it's too slow for you, just add another one next to it and you've got double the speed. Let me show you how to build it in this house. It only takes a few seconds to put together. Once we break through this wall here, double chest, hoppers into the back, furnace on top of that, hoppers on top of that, and double chest. Pretty much done. Now we need to go around the back. Out the back, we just want to place down 2 more hoppers and a double chest here. You could have them on the sides here, but then you'll have 2 separate chests for each furnace. Once it's like this, it's all ready to go. We can pop the fuel in the back here and then the materials, and it will start cooking. Now we just need to cover this and make it look good. With a little work, we've got a nice chimney here to hide it all, and we can still access for fuel. This can be a great way for you to add interest into a boring part of your build. And this is how the interior looks. We've got access to our stone from here and our drop box for the materials. We just have to go out the back for the fuel. Level 2, abusing carts. With the minecart hitbox in between all 4 hoppers, it will spread to all 4 of them. So naturally, with this in mind, if we put a hopper minecart above 4 hoppers, you can feed up to 4 furnaces, but you can go beyond this. With 2 carefully placed minecarts, you can feed from 1 double chest, which allows you to have 1 input for 8 furnaces. So we can just chuck some fuel into here, and then some sand, and all 8 furnaces will turn on. The great thing about this setup is it's all evenly distributed without any effort, so once you've built it, it just works. The downside is it's really tricky to get access to the chests, and there's no pretty way to do it. So if you want a nice looking build, it's probably not the best idea. Now that you've seen this design, would you build anything like this? Or have you already done it? Level 3, lazy cart smelter. You like things fast and easy. This is one of the most simplest super smelters. Chances are, if you've ever thought about making a super smelter, this is what you picked. I mean, why wouldn't you? You don't need any redstone knowledge at all. This build is incredibly simple. It's pretty much everything you see here. You just need rails on top of hoppers and a way to stop your hopper minecarts, and they'll take care of the rest. Turn it on and it just runs. No problem. For almost every person, this super smelter is good enough. Now we'll do something a bit more crazy, but maybe not better. Level 4, I hate carts. You're probably a little crazy, or you just like that it doesn't make noise. My carts are noisy. This is a super smelter designed by Ilmango. It uses redstone instead of hopper minecarts to distribute it. Once the items reach the end, it has a specific delay so that all the items coming in afterwards are exactly 1 per hopper, and then it all pushes it down into the furnaces. This works pretty simply. So we got our fuel line here and then our materials. So if we put in some sand, you can see it's starting to go in. It comes across this hopper line across here and then stops here. Once it gets detected by this comparator, this redstone line turns off these torches, which unlocks these hoppers. The timing is specific so that once these items get here, there's 1 sand block in each of these hoppers, which allows all the furnaces to turn on at once and have 1 sand. I'm not going to show you how to build it, but you can watch his tutorial, though I do want to mention that the backside is a bit harder to build. This is the fuel line, and there are some timings that can be a bit messed up. You'll have to do some experimentation as well as follow his tutorial very carefully. I've built this a few times, and there's been definitely a few times where the fuel line doesn't distribute properly, and there's some furnaces that get missed, or they get double the amount. It can be a bit annoying. If you are crazy enough to build this, there's one suggestion I do make. Come over here and place redstone across the bottom. Of course, place some blocks at the bottom here, and then a lever. You can press this and it will lock all the hoppers below it, and you can actually retrieve the XP from this. Depending on how long you run it for, you might get quite a lot, and depends on what you're cooking. Level 5, Insanity. Before I get into it, I want to say thank you to my 1,000 subscribers. I hit 1,000 on the 18th of December. And I already have 1,016 as of the 31st, which is today. And so this video is my 1k sub special. So for you, I haven't just built one furnace, or 10, not even 100 furnaces. For 1,000 subscribers, I have constructed 1,030 furnaces into a massive super smelter for you. Why 1,030 and not just 1,000? Well, timing. I figured out the timing, and in the end it didn't really matter. Oh well. To put it into perspective, this produces over 6,000 items per minute. Not hour, minute. For hour, it's 370,000. So it's over 100 items a second. In the end, it doesn't really matter. It still works perfectly. Now, this green row of concrete blocks represents every subscriber I don't have to have one subscriber per furnace. So, if you want to help out and let me unblock these furnaces, subscribe, and then I can have one furnace per subscriber. I am not teaching you how to build this because I wouldn't even know where to start, and this is way too janky for me to teach anyone how to work it because it will probably break for you, and I don't know how to tell you how to fix it because I barely know how it doesn't fall apart as it is. So no, if you want to build something to this scale, go watch Il Mango or someone like Cubic Meter or someone that does crazy size stuff like this. Either way, let's get into actually seeing how this all works. So this is a instant wire that I off of Reddit. There's a post on Reddit. I'll have to find it before I put this video up so that I can link it. And same over here, we have a hopper cart breaker that breaks all the items. The hopper cart goes into this hopper, which will end up back in the dropper lines, and the rest of the items go down through the water streams and get pushed all the way to the storage. These bulb blocks are actually kind of useless. They don't need to be here. They were from an earlier iteration where I wanted to be able to turn off sections of it, and I ended up just kind of scrapping it, but I never really removed them, so they're just kind of there. But yeah, we have a dropper line that receives the carts once they go and get broken, and they come shot up into here. When the clock runs, it pushes out another minecart, and then that one will push the previous minecarts that are just sitting here chilling. This happens here, and the reason why is because every 10 seconds a minecart will get dispensed, and the next one will get pushed along. So that means it has 10 seconds to receive items from the chest. And 10 seconds is important because that's the time it takes for a furnace to cook an item. A regular furnace, not a smoker or, a blast furnace. Anyway, let's get and see this thing in action. So I can manually run it by hitting these note blocks, but let's turn on the clock and we can see it all go. And away we go, and everything's running. Sometimes the collection minecart might not run. I think that one's, whoops. I think that one has not, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. There we go. There's another one. And you can see we've got a timing. It should be about 3 stacks and 14 or 7 or something. I remember making it. Yeah, 7, 8. There we go. And now the items should be coming back over here. We'll do this last one. There we go. There's the excess. And the glass should be coming in. There we are. So all this excess, ideally, if I had the timings perfect, it wouldn't happen. But in the first run, it will happen because the minecarts are just sitting here kind of AFK and they get overfilled. But that's okay because we get all the items in here. We can collect them all. Stuff. Oh my god, it's so full. Oh dear. You can tell I have not tested this to run for this long. I've ran a few second tests. I'm rambling at this point, but yeah, I've not tested this for too long because I'm scared that it will break, and it seems to be going pretty well, except for the storage. Let me go fix up the storage. Stop making glass. There's too much already. I think it will fill my entire inventory. Here we go. Yeah, there's more glass than I can handle. There's more, yeah. So I've tripled the amount of storage. Instead of 8 chests, we have 24. Should this be able to handle it? Let's see. Oh, and if you're still watching at this point and you can hear my damn cat howling at me. Yeah, thank you so much. You've sat through the rambling in the last like few minutes, and you're still here. So yeah, obviously you really like the channel, or you're really curious. Either way, I want to thank you so much for being here to watch this part of me ramble about something totally, yeah. Long story short, yeah, 3 did work, and really only needed 2, so like, it could have ended here and we would have been all fine. So, thank you for watching. This is all I really have. The big flaw other than that is just, you run out of materials so fast. We need like a triple stack of chests or something. I only really see 2 main reasons why you'd build this. You're kind of crazy, and that is also part of reason 2 is you just like building things big because you just... bigger is better. Why make a small farm when you can make it crazily big and impress everyone and just make everyone think, you know, convince everyone else that you're as crazy as you actually are. So yeah, thank you for watching if you're still here, and I will see you guys in the next video, which won't be quite as nutty. Yeah, bye, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Ciao.